Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, and right here at the Liberty Bell at Independence Hall. This is fabulous. And you know what? I was just reading about it, and there's a lot of stories about where the actual crack started and where it's coming from. And truly, the first crack was when it was originally delivered to Philadelphia, and they did a test run, and it cracked. So they had to like recast it a couple of times. And originally it was housed right here at the state building, and they say that the chimes is like heard across the world and changed the world from July 8, 1776, when it rang to proclaim all of the citizens in Philadelphia to come out and hear the Declaration of Independence, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was originally commissioned for the anniversary of William Penn's 1701 speech, the Charter of Independence, which was the original Constitution of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and then they actually said they wanted to bring it over to celebrate that golden anniversary, right? And written on the bell, it said, "Proclaim liberty and throughout its land, and to enable its inhabitants therefore." That was Leviticus 25:10. So in the Bible, immediately following "Proclaim liberty" is...
"And ye shall hallow the 50th year."
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And what better way, right?
I know, to commemorate the 50th year than with a bell of liberty.
Well, you know, here's the thing. I thought was really interesting, a little bit off the track, but I thought, you know, when we were looking at some of the original documents, the original Constitution actually spelled Pennsylvania with one N.
Really?
Yeah, and then the Atlantic Ocean was actually called, back then, the Western Ocean. It was like pretty cool. If you look at the original documents, which are right here at Independence Hall, you can see that, you know, the changes that happened and what they called it and things that they called back then.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
That is.
I don't know, it's getting kind of late, isn't it?
Yeah. Has Karen called yet?
No, she hasn't. She really should be calling. I wonder why she hasn't called. Okay, wait, maybe I'll call. Hang on, let's see, because she was gonna... Okay, let me see if I can go.
Oh, hey, Belinda, how's your trip? You guys okay? I was just about to call you, actually.
Yeah, we're here. We just need the address.
I have it right here. Hang on. I'll just text it to you, okay? Just wrapped up with another great guest.
Oh, okay. She had someone in there, so... Okay.
You have a little time before you need to go, so don't worry.
Sounds good, thanks. Yeah, said she was just getting ready to call us.
Oh.
And she said we have a little bit of time, so...
Oh, nice. You want to get some food?
We don't have that much time.
Oh.
Please. You didn't eat yet?
Oh, I did. I got a great bagel over by Rittenhouse Square.
I should have known. All right, well, look, she texted us. We got the address. Maybe we should start to head back to the car so that we can, you know, get a start and go meet Bernice.
Yeah, she's 99, right?
Yes, she's 99. She'll be 100 next month, so she is knocking on 100's door, right?
And she's still a working artist. She's a painter, and she even has a show coming up soon.
Yeah, she does. And she's going to be really amazing. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Excited to meet her.
Well, you come on. It's cold. Let's go. Oh, gosh. This is really nice.
Beautiful.
But it's cold. So, here we go. It's nice here, right?
It is. A little chilly, but...
I know, it's freezing. What do you mean, a little chilly? Okay, I think this is it right here.
Nice. Let's go.
Okay. This is exciting. So Bernice, thank you so much for letting us come into your home and talk to you.
I'm delighted to have you.
Thank you so much.
And I'm enjoying it.
Good.
So,
That's good. You know what? You have such a wonderful story to tell. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from Russia.
I was born in Russia.
Uh-huh.
Came over in about 19. We escaped it when it was very, very young.
Mm-hmm. You escaped from Russia.
Yeah.
So you had to escape.
Yeah.
Why did you
Their
have to
policy,
escape?
The country was always in transition,
Mm-hmm.
but they never liked religious people or religion.
Uh-huh.
They were against religion of all kinds.
Your father was a rabbi.
Other
Yeah.
religions, and a lot of people changed
Mm-hmm.
or said they don't believe in what they said.
Right.
But our father did not do that.
He didn't. Your father was a rabbi?
He was a rabbi.
Yeah. So.
He had his congregation,
Mm-hmm.
which had part in helping us escape.
Mm-hmm.
How many of you were there
In the
your family?
family?
Yeah.
We were 7, 4
Wow.
sisters and 1 brother and my
Mhm.
2 parents.
Mm-hmm.
7 people.
7
was-
of it.
Yes.
So a lot of friends, and your dad had to really rely on some friends
Yeah,
and
yeah,
congregation
yeah,
to
yeah.
help
My
get
mother-
you out.
My mother was instrumental.
Oh,
She
okay.
did all the underwork.
Oh, okay. Now, how old were you then?
She said I was about 13.
13?
So I was about 13.
13
yeah.
years old?
Yes.
So at 13, what, your dad came home and said,
Nobody
we have to
said
go?
anything.
Oh, how
I
did
didn't
you?
know about it. When
What
we
did he-
escaped, they told us we were going.
Oh.
And that's we were.
That's it.
But before that, the preliminaries were very, very secret.
Oh, okay.
And it had to be a secret.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Susan started telling of a story
Mm-hmm.
on the borderline.
Mm-hmm.
We all had a terrible tragedy.
Uh-oh, what happened?
One of the guys there in the government, I don't
Mhm.
know,
A soldier. They had checkpoints.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
So
Uh-huh.
that helped us escape.
they were checking things,
Uh-huh.
and there was something
Yeah,
hidden.
and they wanted our papers.
They thought something was hidden in a pillow. That was the first thing.
Ah.
And then
but-
they opened up, Mom, this is the way Miriam told it. They opened up the pillow, and it was just feathers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And so there was nothing hidden in there. So the story goes that the soldiers wanted to
Started
get back
throwing
at
out
them,
things.
and then they hid the passport.
Mhm.
After they had taken them and looked at them, then they put them under a crate of books. And so then when the next checkpoint came, my grandfather didn't have them to show. So they started putting the family off the train, and you said that you and your sisters were
No,
there.
they started throwing out
Yeah.
They
things.
throwing
Yeah.
your
Off
the
things
train.
out?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were
Off
on
the
the
train?
borderline.
Oh, wow. Oh,
But
my
then
goodness.
And the book fell apart because my father
crate
had a
fell
lot
apart
of
and they
religious
found-
books.
Mhm.
Torah,
Ah.
Gemorahs, they were very, very
They're
Yeah.
very important.
and big
Yeah.
books.
And then they found the papers were
And the
underneath
picture and
the
our
crate.
papers, they hid it.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So it was a joke. That
So
proved-
so how did you feel? Like, what was all this is going
We
on?
were
You're
all
13-year-old and you're
Yeah.
on a train
Yeah, we
and
were
you're
all
just crying. Oh.
because we'd have to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here we already got rid of our household.
Right.
You know,
I
Right.
didn't have anything to go
Yeah.
back to.
So you were on the train and this was all happening and
this is
you
all
were
happening.
crying
yeah,
and
yeah,
and then you get to the next checkpoint and there's
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
there
yeah.
to help you guys.
yeah, the
Yeah.
papers were picked
Then
up
they got back
and they
on.
apologized. One of
Oh.
the,
Oh,
apologized.
Oh.
And all was well, and we
Uh-huh.
went on our way from then on. 'Cause
Right.
we had to get a ship. We had to stop at Riga,
Mhm.
and
Riga?
then we had Ellis Island.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you had mentioned something about your trip on the ship.
You're right. We had an iceberg to come across on the
Oh,
way. So
wow.
it was a long time. Yes.
So you had to go around the
around
iceberg.
it. And finally, when we made it, there was another one.
So that wasn't an easy journey at all coming
It
and
was
coming.
a little hard.
It was hard.
But finally, when we came to Ellis Island,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What
just
happened?
everybody rejoiced to see
Yeah.
the Statue of Liberty,
the
the land of liberty.
Yeah. So everybody was so excited.
Oh,
and-
singing.
Oh my gosh,
there was
and singing.
singing and
Oh.
dancing. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yes. Yes.
No, were you sad to leave your friends? You had to have just left your friends.
A little I was sad. I did
Yeah.
have some friends.
Mm-hmm.
I had my older sister had a more, she had a practically relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, she had deeper friends.
Yeah.
So my older sister, but I had some friends too.
Right. And you had
I
to
was
leave them.
13, yeah, and I
Mhm.
was unhappy a little
Oh.
bit. But
But,
you know, you're
yeah.
excited.
You're excited about your new adventure.
Yeah,
you get to
right.
New York, and then what happened? What happened when you got into New York?
We stayed with a family there for maybe a couple of weeks, maybe 1 week.
A week or so?
But not
Okay.
long before
Okay.
it came to Philadelphia.
And then you came to Philadelphia.
No,
Yes.
Did,
yes.
Were they relatives of
Yes,
yours you stayed
yes,
with?
yes.
Okay. Well, that's good. So a lot of your family came. A
grandmother-
lot of your
a lot
family
of the
is
family
here.
was involved.
Okay. That's nice. Making sure you guys
Yes,
got over
yes.
here.
It was
Awesome.
a united effort, yeah.
So you're here and you're going through school and you're learning English and you're getting into this whole new life, right?
Right.
So you're growing and you're in high school. Did you go to college?
No,
No?
none
Did
of us went to
no-
college. Oh, my brother.
Your brother went
He
to
was
college?
in the Army,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
so he was acceptable. And
Mm-hmm.
he went to college, and he was a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a good chemistry and math and all teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you do after high school?
Well, I went to English classes,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and then my sister went to work. The cousins had a factory,
Mm-hmm.
a mill,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where my sister had to work.
Yeah.
And then they went to New York as soon as they could
Yeah. Since they
and
got
worked
older.
in New York, and they stayed with my aunt.
Oh, okay.
It was always family ties.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So when did all this art start?
Yeah.
It wasn't all done at one time.
Uh-huh. But you had to. When did you know that you wanted to be an artist?
I didn't know I wanted to be an
No,
artist.
you like drawing at
I
some
just
point.
liked drawing.
Yeah.
I went to Fleischer School. There was a downtown between 7th and 8th,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time it was free.
Uh-huh.
And I would take my daughter,
Uh-huh.
her, and she had a teacher downstairs,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to go upstairs, and I had the parents, all
Right.
parents, would go upstairs to the 4th floor. And I used to like to paint, and I loved to paint.
Yeah.
And it developed as a hobby,
Uh-huh.
and naturally developed more. The
yeah,
more
more
I got,
and more, the more you got to
more
do
I got
it.
a little better.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Okay. So when you were 13, 14, 15, 16, in those ages, what did you dream about? What did you want to become?
I was I was having friends,
Yeah.
and at that time I didn't think too much of art.
You didn't think about
No,
art?
I just
What'd you-
wanted to meet friends.
You
and
just wanted to be...
boyfriends.
Oh, you were looking for a
Oh.
boyfriend? And did you find
And
one?
I did have friends. They used to have parties,
Yeah.
and I did have friends.
And you
yeah.
had, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you wanted to live a little, because I saw some of those pictures of you. You were a little fashionista.
Yeah.
You had beautiful shoes and dresses and hats, didn't you?
Yeah,
in some of those
absolutely,
pictures,
yeah.
right?
Came later.
That came later.
So what about the boyfriends? When did you meet your husband?
Through a friend at the congregation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
through a friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So they hooked you
A
up.
member of the congregation
Ah.
had a son. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you met him at the congregation. You guys dated for a while,
Yeah.
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 and you liked him.
And he liked me.
He did. Okay. What did he do for a living?
His father opened a store for them
Uh huh.
because
store.
he
Grocery.
Grocery store.
most of the brothers were in the army,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and he opened a store for
Mhm.
them, and they were all. And my husband was a manager.
So you've seen a lot. What's your favorite piece of technology that you've seen throughout your life?
Well, there's so many of them that are wonderful, starting with the car even.
Yeah.
But my favorite is the cell phone.
The
Oh,
cell
yeah?
phone.
The cell phone is like a little magic thing. You can
Yeah.
get a movie, you can get a
You
book,
Yeah.
you can get, well, what can't you
You can
get?
get everything
Yeah.
with
A
your cell phone.
question answered encyclopedia.
Right. Yep. You can get it all. So
It's
you
an
like
amazing thing.
you like your cell
Absolutely.
phone?
Well, I can't do it because
Oh.
I have my eyes and
Oh, okay. Okay.
problem with my eyes, but I
But
do
you think
like
that's
I think the cell phone is the most
that's
important.
pretty cool. So
It is.
what else?
It's a very important thing
Mhm.
to, I mean, for anything, finding someone
Hmm.
Yeah.
What about that car I saw? Don't you love that car? The car you had?
and the car.
Yeah.
The car.
But before that, you had horse and buggy. Yeah.
I love riding it, and I used
Yeah.
to like driving it
Uh huh.
until my eyes started going,
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
and you can't.
You can't do it.
But I still love to ride in the car. and
Yeah.
Do you remember what your first car was?
I think it was a Ford,
A Ford.
Ford.
Nice.
a rumble seat Ford
Wow.
seat. Oh,
that
Nice.
wow.
my husband bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you've seen a lot of presidents come through. Who's your favorite president?
He was only for a short time,
Oh, who's that?
but I think Kennedy is my
Oh,
favorite president.
okay. You know, you've been in Philadelphia for a really long time.
Really
right?
long
A
time.
really long time.
And not moved around.
No. So have you been to all the historical places? Have you been to the Liberty Bell? Have you been to
Oh my God!
Independence
How many times?
Oh my goodness. How many times have you been? Tons of times?
I can't count how many times. There are a lot of favorite places.
Yeah.
I like Philadelphia.
Well, being an artist as you are, have you been to the art museum?
Yes, my
Have you-
art museum I have just been recently. And I have a show coming up, yes.
Yeah, that's
At Rosemont
at
College.
Rosemont College. So
Yeah.
that's going to exhibit all of
Yeah.
your artwork that you
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
What's your favorite type of art that you do? What's your favorite medium?
Well, actually, I do like to paint with oils.
With oils, the best. Okay.
But I realize that watercolors are very, very beautiful.
Oh, they really are. I think they're my favorite.
I love beautiful watercolors.
Yeah.
And I look through the books looking at watercolors.
Yeah.
And to get ideas, you know.
Yeah. So before we go, will you show us your artwork and all of the different things that you've done, all the paintings that are going to be on exhibit soon?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
We'll take a look.
So, as an artist, do you have a favorite artist or someone who inspires you a lot?
Well, I have many. And right now what comes to mind right away is Cézanne.
Yeah.
Nice.
And a lot of people say that my work looks a little bit of a Cézanne.
Ah,
And I'm flattered by it when they say Braque or Cézanne.
nice.
It's very complimentary. I do
Yeah.
admire their work.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm particularly leaning to more abstract art.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a question. You are 99 years old.
99 years old.
And you're going to be 100 very soon.
Very soon.
So in all of your years and all of your wisdom and everything, what can you tell me? Something that can help me to live as long and energetic as you did. What inspires you to get up and go every morning?
Doing something new, a new day, a new day. Paint.
And paint?
And
And what
paint.
else do you like to do?
Reading is
Uh-huh.
one of my favorite
Favorites?
things.
What else keeps you active that you've been doing?
Exercise.
Exercise. So you're exercising?
I like it.
Oh
I
yeah.
belong to JCC.
Uh-huh.
What kind of exercise do you do?
Well, they're mostly called
The
cardio.
cardio hip hop
Cardio
class.
hip-hop class.
And you enjoy that?
I enjoy
Yeah.
it. I love it. But I notice it gets a little harder.
Oh, it does. It gets harder for everybody.
So I take rests.
yeah.
But I love exercise.
Wow. What advice could you give anyone, a young person out there? What advice could you give to living a really fruitful and wholesome, healthy life?
I love my art and I love to paint. And if I have a painting day and I say something that I like, I love it.
So doing something you love is probably very
yes,
important
yes.
too.
And the family.
And family.
Family.
Absolutely.
The family I should put first.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your family first and then doing things that you love.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Keeps you going.
And what else can I say? And that's enough.
And that's enough.
But
That's
the
all.
family comes first.
The family comes first.
Right.
Very nice. We loved being here with you. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They were not too hard.
Just like, is this for real? I just thought like, gosh, this woman's life is like a movie, and then she talks about what's most important to her. You know, family. They exercise.
Yeah.
You know, she does her.
We have to make sure to go to that class.
Oh, I know. We got to try and get to that.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we can get to the, to the art exhibit. Yeah,
I
the
would
show,
love to.
right? Wouldn't that be good? Wow, this has been an amazing day. I
It
loved
has.
seeing her. I love meeting her. This has really been a good one.
Yeah, it
Very
has.
inspiring.
You know what?
What?
I'm hungry.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Cheesesteak?
Are you kidding? Cheesesteak.
It's Philly.
I know. We did say we were gonna try that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's go. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Let's go. Oh, that is really cool. All right, hey, while we're going to, you know where we're going?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go get this cheesesteak. All right, hang on. Let's do some carpool karaoke. Here we go. You ready?
All right.
All right, here's Private Eyes. Every move they say, Private Eyes, they're watching you. Come on, let's go.
Private eye, they're watching you, watching you, watching you, watching you. You play with words, you play with love.
Oh man, it's beautiful. I know.
Yeah, it is. I really like that.
Cool. That little
house thing
building
out there. Yeah,
I
what
know.
is that?
What a scene. Lake Erie.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, wait, let me take a picture of you, okay? All right, here we go. Wait for it. Boom, there it is. Okay.
Awesome. Well, you know, Buffalo is on the eastern side of Lake Erie, opposite Fort Erie, Ontario.
Oh, wow, yeah. Well, hey, I know how much you love to eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you know that the National Geographic Society, they actually in 2015 named Buffalo as one of the top 10 best food cities?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know Teresa Bellissimo popularized the buffalo wing here over at the Anchor Bar.
Oh yeah, that's right here at the marina, right? Very nice. Well, you know some of the other local foods that are like real popular local foods is like kielbasa. They have this thing called sponge candy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and these like pastry hearts. And oh, what I really like, the one thing I have tried, it's haddock French fries. They're like it's like haddock fish,
Yeah.
and it's made in like fries, like fried things.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they are so good. That's the one thing I have tried.
I gotta try those.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Buffalo also has the area's largest theater, the Shea Performing Arts Center.
That's right.
It was completed in 1926 for $2 million.
Wow.
They completed it in just a year.
Wow.
It's still in use today.
Wow.
It's a touring house for Broadway shows. They show movies, do special events. It's pretty amazing. I think we should check it out after we meet Brunette.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, let's take one more picture, okay?
Okay.
Let's do like a nice selfie thing. All right, wait. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. There, that's cool. Wait, one more. Ready? Cool.
All right, let's go.
All right, yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for letting us come into your home and talk to you about your life story.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Brunette.
I'm glad to meet you too. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
That's good that you let us in on a Saturday. Did you have a busy Saturday planned?
No, I don't
No?
have.
Not too much. What do you normally do on a Saturday?
I don't do nothing but wait for my food.
Wait for your birthday. You just have to wait for your food, huh?
That's all. I don't have to cook anymore, so
Okay.
they supply my food. I don't.
Uh-huh. Well, let's start from the beginning. You're 102, huh?
103. I will be. Yeah, I'm 102 now.
Uh-huh.
But I will be June the 6th.
June the 6th, you'll be 103.
Right.
That's amazing. Do you feel like you're 27?
Well, I don't know how I was wondering how the people think you ought to feel at my age.
Yeah.
I don't feel no different.
You don't feel any different? That's great.
No, I just feel all right. Whatever I have to do, I can go on and do it.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And you don't even feel any different. I think sometimes it's in our head, huh? That we have the number.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of just doing what you have to do.
Well, I don't have that much to do. Mm-hmm. But I am able to clean my house up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if we start from the beginning, where were you born?
I was born in Falkland, Alabama.
In Alabama. Mm-hmm. Were you born on a farm?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me some of the things your family grew? What kind of?
Oh, all the kind of vegetables that they grew. Mm-hmm. We had corn. We had cotton. The potatoes, two kinds. The white, we call it white, and the other was
sweet potato?
Yes, sweet
potato. Now, is that how your family, made their living, is from the cotton?
Yeah, the cotton. And they raised their own corn.
Uh-huh.
And they had hogs and cows and milk and all like that. We didn't have to buy that.
Oh, yeah, because they raised that. Now, do you come from a big family?
Oh, yeah.
Are your brothers and sisters still living?
No.
No.
Ain't nobody living but me. I'm the only one.
Oh, okay. Well, when you were growing up, did you have to work the fields?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it, too.
You did? You loved working the fields?
I loved working the field when I was small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you go to school?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. We had to go to school.
Uh-huh. What did you do? When did you have time for chores? Like, when did you have to do your work? After school, you did your homework, and then what? Did you work on your farm?
Oh, no.
No?
That would be too late.
Oh, you had to work on the farm in the morning then. Mm-hmm. So when you were in Alabama and you turned 15 or 16, mm-hmm. you got to date, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How did you meet your husband?
Just like I told you. At this time, for the young people, and they had like a sheet. Mm-hmm. They put the sheet on that.
Like a clothesline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put the sheet over, and they had the young man. The girl would be behind the sheet. Uh-huh. They would see us, and we couldn't see them, but you could see the feet.
So they saw your toes?
Yeah, he had us to put our feet out, And then the young man would be on one side, we'd be behind the curtain so they could see us. And the one that toe, they would touch their toes. And the toe that he touched, that would be his covenant for the evening.
Oh, okay. I never heard that before.
So it's kind of like a blind date, sort of.
Yeah.
He pick your toe, you go out, and then he'll see you when you see him. Mm-hmm. So that would be your friend for the evening.
For the evening.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you get married? How old were you when you got married?
Well, I was around 20.
20?
No, 18. Not 18.
You were 18?
18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he was around 20.
Okay. So you fell in love and you got married and you were a young 18-year-old. When did you have your first child?
Well, I would say I was about 19.
At 19? Wow. Okay. So tell me, where did you have your children? Tell me about that experience, because I think it's a little different. You were telling me before. You didn't go to the hospital, did you?
Oh no. We had midwives. They know just what the doctor does, and they did what the doctor would do. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't have to go to the hospital. Mm-hmm. When anybody would go to the hospital in those days, they would be real sick.
Oh, okay.
All of their we'd be at home.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor would come to the house to see us,
Mm-hmm.
if they were sick, and give them medicine and stuff like that.
So what did you called your midwife? You called her and said, I'm ready? And she came over?
Oh, yeah, now she knew because they would visit us on our pregnancy time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, throughout.
They knew. And so when the time come, we call her, and she would come.
How did you get like birth certificates and stuff?
Oh, yeah, you had paper to sign.
Oh, they would have all that, yeah.
For the sign.
And what year did you move up here?
1937.
1937.
I think it was 7, wasn't it? 1937.
So, that was actually, during the Depression. Was that a hard time for you, or did you not feel it as much since you were younger? Or was that a hard time?
Well, at that time, see, we were of ourselves. It wasn't hard for us. But the older people, that's the one who was having it all the time.
Yeah.
But somewhere or another, we had food to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And the house was already our house.
Oh,
We had
okay.
to pay no rent. That's what that own house and land, stuff like that. And we would farm. That was our own.
Mm-hmm.
All the farming, that was ours.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what brought you to Buffalo? Why did you come to Buffalo?
Well, we thought that he could make a better living for his family.
Oh, okay.
So he come first, and after he was here a while, then he sent back and got his family.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was your husband doing up here?
Oh, he worked in Bethlehem Steel.
Oh,
wow,
Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah. And then he worked on the PWA for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, he went to Bethlehem Steel and stayed there till he retired.
Oh, wow.
Did you ever work there?
No.
No?
I worked, when the army was, the war, I worked a little while
Mm-hmm.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
I did numbers and things, numbers to put on the plane. You just
Okay.
the numbers, that's what I was making.
So you made the
wow.
numbers that went on the
That
plane?
went on that plane.
Okay. So you did that during wartime?
No.
No?
The war hadn't started.
It hadn't started yet?
Oh, that was before.
Okay, that was before then.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to go to work?
Well, my husband didn't want me to work because he thought he was making enough
Mm-hmm.
without me working.
Without you
Yeah.
working.
But the other women was working, and I wanted to work too. So I thought I would try.
Uh-huh.
I did it for a little while.
Uh-huh.
After that, then it was a good while. I started having my other children. Then I didn't work no more after my baby.
Mm-hmm.
The last child, I didn't work no more after that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because I had my work at home to do.
Right. Yeah. You had your hands
Kids
full.
to take care of, yeah.
So that ended that.
Mm-hmm.
From then on, I been at home doing my housework and taking care of my housework and my husband.
Mm-hmm.
Have his food ready when he come home.
Mm-hmm.
And we made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you must have seen a number of things throughout your life, though the car, airplanes, television. What is computers? What is one of those things that stands out to you that you really enjoy?
I don't have no cell phone.
Uh-huh.
I don't want that.
No?
You don't want to have one?
No.
So,
But I got a phone in my house. I got one in the
Yeah.
bedroom. I used to have one in here, but I got 2 phones.
uh-huh. That's enough, huh?
That's all
That's
you
a
need.
plenty.
Yeah.
That's plenty. So, you probably came from horse and buggy all the time. Did you have a horse and buggy? And that's how you got around?
No, we didn't have no. We had a wagon.
You had a wagon? Okay.
But along my father's time, he had horse and buggy.
Oh, okay.
That was before my time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But when my mother come along, he had a wagon, a mule for the, pull the wagon where we wanted to go. That's how we had to go in the wagon.
Oh, okay.
And, I was young, but I learned how to hitch that horse up.
You did?
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Put the bridle on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like that.
You learned how to get them ready to take you guys to town?
Do you remember the first time you ever rode in a car?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was that experience like?
Good. We loved it. At that time, you could see.
Yeah.
They had the top of it. You could let it down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You could let it up.
Yeah.
Do you remember the day he came home with a car?
I remember when we were going to get a car. He come home with the car.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And this was our first car that we owned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just knew that I could, know how to drive. And I got under the wheel, and I was driving from the house now. It wasn't too far from the house. Got under the wheel, and I was go to church that Sunday morning. And when I know that I was going into it was a tree not far from the house, I was going right into the tree.
Oh my goodness!
An accident.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Was that the first time you drove?
I mean,
Oh. Uh-oh.
But you know what? He didn't fuss at me. He didn't say nothing wrong. He said that was my fault, but I shouldn't let you get behind me unless you knew how to drive.
Yeah.
And so after didn't take long for the car to get fixed again.
Uh-huh.
A brand new car.
Yeah.
And the neighbors across the street said, "Oh, he thought that he was gonna fuss at me and have." He didn't say a word.
Yeah.
Aw, that's nice. He's sweet. He didn't say a word to you, huh? After you crashed the car, after he brought it home.
Brand new car, too.
Brand new.
So we were talking about how what a wonderful couple you must have been with your husband. After we looked at those pictures, you guys were just a hot couple walking around town, huh?
Well, I don't think we was hot, but we stayed together.
Yeah.
You were hot and you stayed together.
We stayed together.
Yeah.
Whatever we had, what was mine was his.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the way we lived.
Right.
Yeah. No, he in one place. No, we was together.
There you go.
He worked when he come home. I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And he go to work, come back home. Well, God bless us. It ain't nothing like knowing the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is the one.
Yeah.
He is the only one.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank him for that. I thank him. And then I asked the Lord, times like these ain't like they was in those days.
Mm-hmm.
But he takes care of us in this time.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do what is right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
And if you think you don't hurt somebody, ask the Lord in your heart to forgive you and heal the person that you hurt. I ain't gonna do nothing to hinder him from not answering my prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank God because he is the one. Thank you.
He is the one.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us over. That's been a blessing for us.
Mm-hmm.
For you having us over and allowing us to hear your story and to talk to you about what you've done and accomplished and lived through. Mm-hmm. That's our blessing.
Yeah.
I'm glad I could be here to do that.
We're glad
well, one day, I don't know how soon, but one day, I'm going to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Lord. Better home. They say, I don't know. But I hope so. I don't live so bad in here because God blesses me.
Yeah.
I go to bed at night, I sleep. I wake up in the morning, and I was able to eat my breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to take care of my body.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the main thing.
Yeah.
God knows.
Absolutely.
And I said, I thank him. I thank him. I thank him. And I praise for the whole entire country. I praise for my young people, and I praise for the ones that call themselves the leader over us. I ask the Lord to give them the spirit that they can live the right life before us.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be telling us one thing and he doing another.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure, try to be right. And if you try to do the thing that's right, you got somebody that'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't mother or father, but you have to do it yourself.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. What a fantastic day. I
Yeah.
mean, meeting Brunette, seeing her love for life,
I know,
her,
right?
her spunk,
Ugh.
her insurmountable faith.
It's just crazy. I mean, really, all she did, she really started preaching at the end, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she was just talking about, like, just her secret. It's just, like, her love of life and human kindness. Like, her secret to all this is just, being kind to others.
Yeah. Do unto others.
Do unto others, yeah. And, having your faith in God and just, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just that simple. It wasn't like this whole big,
well,
drawn out thing.
yeah.
It was just that simple.
Yeah.
It was, like, pretty amazing. I mean, she's a beautiful lady. She's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Beautiful family.
Yeah. You know what? It's pretty beautiful too. It was a good idea coming here tonight.
Yeah, I'm
right?
really excited.
Look at this place. I heard that they had like 3,019 seats or something like that in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the inside was designed by Louis Comfort Tiffany.
Oh, wow. So,
So
it's got to be good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know what? Let's get out of the cold. Let's go in.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Good
to see you.
You too. Oh man, sorry, I was over there checking out some of the stuff out
Oh,
there.
no, of course. I was just looking at this amazing statue of Douglas MacArthur, legendary general. I mean,
Amazing.
famously known for his work in the Pacific Theater during World War II, and his statement, "I shall return" to the Philippines in 1942, and keeping that promise in 1945.
Well, there's additional history here in Virginia with the first successful colony being Jamestown, and that actually was founded and settled in 1607.
Wow.
And it's where where our founding fathers came to actually sit down and write the independence and the laws that really have shaped American history.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much history here in Virginia.
Yeah, my gosh, like Yorktown.
Yeah, Jamestown.
Yep, and Colonial Williamsburg.
Arlington.
There you go. And people come here for...
Oh, the cherry blossoms.
Cherry
Yeah,
blossoms,
of
everybody,
course.
they're actually beautiful. They're already started popping.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And then, you know, there is really cool nightlife here as well.
Really?
Yes, actually right here in Norfolk. They really like that there's quite a few microbreweries.
Oh.
So they really are into, you know, creating their own beers and stuff like that.
Cool. We'll definitely have to check that out.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
after we meet Edith Hamlin.
Yes, Edith Hamlin.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's our first guest, right?
104.
Amazing!
I know, I can't wait to
believe
be
it.
there.
But
Yeah.
you know what? I think actually, we've been like looking at all this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
We should probably head out.
You're right.
Start getting going.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
So, hi there. How are you?
This is Edith Hamlin. Oh, I'm doing the best I can.
Well, that's good.
Thank you so much for having us, Edith. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
Well,
it
thank
is.
you. It's a pleasure to meet you. And a great surprise.
That's
I
a
never
good
thought that
surprise.
something like this would happen.
Oh yeah, no, it's our pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We definitely enjoy coming to meet you and want to sit down and talk to you about your story, about your
Yeah.
life story.
Well,
You ready to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I was born the 7th day of July, 1912. I was born to Abraham and Susie Lively. I was the fourth child.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a lovely mother and father. We had a good home.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all happy. And we went to school. And mother never sent us home. Sent us to school without food.
Mm-hmm.
Always had a nice hot breakfast. And we had plenty of clothes. She had plenty of clothes. I had plenty of clothes. Because my mother was a seamstress.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so she didn't have to go to the store to buy anything for us. And I asked my mother, I said, Mom, why did you wait so late to get married? She's 28.
She was 28?
And usually in those days, people get married at 20, 15 years old and have a house full of kids.
Right.
Yeah.
She said to me, I wasn't going to marry anybody that didn't have anything to offer me.
Oh, that's right.
Wow.
So my dad built a brand new house.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got married, she walked in that house.
Oh, how nice.
And we lived there very happily
Mm-hmm.
until the man next door set the house afire and our house caught a fire.
Wow.
And in those days, we didn't have a fire plug.
Uh-huh.
But I tried to put out water from the well, you couldn't do it. So we lost our home.
Oh, my.
And we had to move. And
When was that?
I think Mama said she was 8. Mama was 8. I was 4 then. 4. She was
You were 4 years
I was
old?
4 years
oh,
old.
wow.
Yeah.
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 So that really had to hurt your heart to watch
we were
watch your house
so
burn.
hurt. We lost
Yeah.
our home. Yes, we were. So my dad bought another home, and where we lived then, he bought a house right across the street from the school where we went.
Well, where were you at this time? Were you in Virginia?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
this is Hampton.
So you've
All
always
this in Hampton on Union
Hampton.
Street.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So you've always lived in Virginia.
All my
wow.
family's from Virginia.
Oh,
We
okay.
all Virginians.
But wait, I got to go back a second
Uh.
because I think you told us an interesting fact earlier.
Mhm.
What interesting fact did you tell me about when you were born? What happened?
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, you saw the movie of the Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Titanic went down in April, and I was born in July.
Well, there we go.
All was 1912. All was 1912.
1912.
Yeah,
That's very
and
nice.
so, as I said, my father bought this house, and it was right across the street from the school, where we all went to school over there.
Mhm.
And I always wanted to be an RN.
Oh, wow.
And my father told me he was going to send me to school, but he died when I was 16.
Oh.
So I didn't go. I
Uh-huh.
didn't get to be an RN. So I worked,
Mm-hmm.
Camp Perry Nursing Home. I worked over there.
What, were you a nurse's aide?
I had a unit of 10 women.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I took care of those 10 women. Every morning I went in, I had to get them cleaned up
Uh-huh.
and see that got comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was every morning I did that. And then I did that, and then I left
How
there.
old were you when you were doing that?
Oh, I had been married and I was divorced then. That didn't work out.
Well, wait, how did you meet him?
Oh, we all grew up in the same town.
Oh, in the
All
same
of us
street,
in the
same
same
neighborhood?
town, right there in Hampton.
How long did you stay married?
Wasted 11 years. I could see when I wasn't going to accomplish anything.
Uh-huh.
I don't see the point of staying with somebody like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
No. What really threw the fat in the fire, I bought a car. I bought a 19 Chevrolet Impala. I didn't have to pay but $18 a month on it.
How much was the car? Do you remember?
$300 or something like that, I think.
$300?
Yeah, $300, $400,
Wow.
something like
And
that.
And you paid $18
You know,
a
back
month.
then, nobody had the money.
Yeah.
You know? We at that time, we were living upstairs in an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And he took the keys. He was going downstairs to get something. And I said, no, you're not going downstairs to get anything. You just going to take that car and going somewhere.
Yeah.
I went down there behind him. And he was getting ready to get in the car. I said, give me those keys. You're not going anywhere tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And that broke the camel's back right there.
Oh, yeah.
He slapped me.
Yeah.
I took both of my hands and I just scraped all the skin off of his face.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
When he went to work the next day, the men won't know what happened to him. He told me he fell in a rose bush.
Oh, okay.
I tell you, child, I've been through something.
Yeah.
And then come depression.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was going to say. The
Depression.
depression.
1930, honey,
Yeah.
depression came. And you couldn't buy a job. You could not buy a job.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And I would go to work all day for $1.
Oh, my goodness.
$1.
All day for $1?
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you working?
On the boulevard.
Was that at the hospital?
On the boulevard. In the Hampton Boulevard. On down the waterfront. Some of the ladies would hire me, to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
In the house.
In the house,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Domestic work,
yeah.
okay.
And $1 a day.
Wow.
I worked on that, and I was trying to save my little money,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get somewhere with it, and it didn't work. We were buying this house through this bill loan.
Uh-huh.
And I got this letter at the mailbox, and I read it, and it says, you're 13 weeks back. I said, this is funny. I thought he was paying it,
Oh.
He wasn't paying it. 13 weeks back.
Yeah.
That was a notice.
Right.
Yeah.
I took that letter and I went down to the bill loan and I told the president, I said, I'm picking up all this back payment and I want credit for every bit of it. After that, I took him to court.
Mm-hmm.
I got the house. I lived in the house a while by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Then I decided back there when Roosevelt made Aberdeen, she moved to Aberdeen.
Mm-hmm.
And
150 houses. Every other house was joined. Every house had a garage. Every house had a half an acre of land.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
They had a chicken coop.
Yeah.
But transportation was very poor.
Mm-hmm.
And we lived, my stepfather and mother and brothers and I moved out there in 1937.
Can we talk a minute back when you were during that Depression time?
Mm-hmm.
How did you manage?
Well, honey, as I told you, then came the ration.
The ration.
Everything that we got was ration.
Oh.
You had a book.
Uh-huh.
You had a book just like your checkbook.
Uh-huh.
And you got your sugar, you got your tea, you got your coffee,
Uh-huh.
and all your meat and all. They had a book for each one.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to the store and use that coupon.
Oh.
We even had a book to get our liquor.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Great.
really?
Yeah, we had a book for ABC store.
Oh,
So
yeah.
is
And
everything.
what I would do, I would get mine and bring it home.
Uh-huh.
And some of the fellas that I knew, they would want to know, hey, Jarvis, you got anything? I said, yeah. Okay, be right there.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be glad to get it, honey. I get it for them.
Uh-huh.
Not for
Oh,
me,
yeah.
I get it
Good
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're going to pay me for it, see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
And as I said, my mother taught us how to save.
Yeah.
If you don't have a good head on you and you can't save something, you can't get nowhere.
So once Depression was over and things started getting better,
When
right.
1933, when President Roosevelt went in the chair,
Uh-huh.
that's when things started blooming.
They started getting better.
He's the one that made Aberdeen for us.
Okay.
Nobody but for us.
Mm-hmm.
He made acres of land out there so you could farm and have your own vegetables, chicken, pigs, and everything.
Yeah.
So that you could feed your family.
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's what he intended to be.
Good.
A place so you could feed your family.
Yeah.
And so we lived out there. As I said, I moved back to my house until the redevelopment came by.
Uh-oh.
The redevelopment came by and took all of our property on that street.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I thought my sister was going to lose her mind.
Mm-hmm.
They taking her property like that because she had fixed the house up so pretty.
Yeah.
You know, she got over that. She met a nice young man, and they got married, and he built her a brand new house.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, her husband built her a brand new house.
My father.
Well, you got married again, too, didn't you?
Well, I was working at the Lavog shop in Newport News.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard of it?
No.
Well, this was a very exclusive dress shop
Oh, wow.
for ladies. The man was so glad to get me because I was helping his wife to unpack the clothes and mark them, and I'd put them downstairs in stock.
Uh-huh.
And then they would make, they sold hats.
Mm-hmm.
I'd make the hat boxes. And then after I had finished what I was doing, I'd come down on the floor and wait on the customer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you did everything there.
Yeah, I'd come down the floor and wait on the customer.
And that was unusual then because
Yeah.
the stores were all segregated.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
For the most part, you couldn't get a job like that.
And
You
so,
were-
so then, from this Lavog shop, as I told you, I went to nursing home. I mean, I went to the hospital.
The hospital.
Yeah.
And that's when I left him. Oh, he was sick when I told him I was going to leave. He said,
Oh.
oh, no, Edith. He said, you're not going to leave. I said, yeah, I think I got a better job.
Mm-hmm.
I left and I went work in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
And that's where I worked for a long time. The friend of hers,
friend of my mother.
we told him to find me a nice boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And so he was going to bring him over one Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And that Sunday he couldn't come because he had to work.
Mm-hmm.
Next Sunday he couldn't wait for that man. He came over there by himself. Came over there by himself.
Uh-huh.
We met, and as I told you, we danced the time. Now we had a good time, dancing and partying, you know.
Uh-huh.
And we courted 10 years before we got married.
Oh, wow.
Can I show you that picture?
Wow.
Huh?
That you speaking of?
Sure.
Oh.
You can show me a picture.
10
So,
years.
10
You did it
years?
for 10
10 years
years.
before we got married.
Wow.
In 1942,
Uh-huh.
we got married.
Oh, look at that.
In 1942,
Wow.
we got
That's
married.
there.
And
No, 1952, aren't it?
1952,
yeah.
you got married?
52.
52.
That's nice.
52. Well, he bought a house, and all I had to do was walk in.
Mm.
Yeah.
He told me, he said, I don't want you to work. I want you to be home when I come home. I said, okay. Okay, I said, I don't know how I'm going to do that, though, because I'm used to working.
You're used to working,
You know, anybody used to working like I was, I used to work and have my own money.
So, since you've lived this amazing life, what secrets, what advice do you have for kids like us?
As I said, I like people, And I have a motto, I treat people like I want to be treated.
Yeah.
That is my motto. That's what I tell the children. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong in having a good time in life. Because I've had a good time in life myself.
Yeah.
I said, I partied all night long. Sit out there in the car and the sun's coming up. I said, but the next night I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Go in bed and get your rest.
Get
you
your rest.
got to get your rest. You cannot run them down the street all night and stay in good health.
Yeah.
You got that. I give that. That's the advice I give my young people.
Mm-hmm.
And eat well.
Mm-hmm.
Eat well. Don't eat a lot of junk. Eat well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've always eaten well.
Mm-hmm.
I eat some junk sometime. And when we're playing cards, we eat nibble and eat junk.
Yeah.
But other than that, have a good meal.
Yeah.
Eat well.
And treat people right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Wow.
I think we've heard that
Yeah.
on several interviews with
You
people. We
have?
hear
Yeah.
that common thread of being good to people.
Good to people.
And being kind
Yeah.
and
And
taking care of yourself.
I just enjoyed taking care of people. When I was a little girl, I didn't even know what it was all about. And I'd go in there, you want some water? Can I give you some water? When I was just a little girl, I would do that.
Yeah.
And I just love to have people, and especially when they're sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So being good to people.
Being good. Being
Mhm.
kind.
Being kind to people.
Yeah,
That's the,
right.
That's the ticket. That's really
That's
it.
right.
She
That's
has
right.
been the backbone of
Golden
the family.
Mm-hmm.
Because when her father passed, she left school
Uh-huh.
so she could help take care of her mother,
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother.
And how about your church? You've been at your church for a very long time too, right?
Yeah, I told you I've been in my church 98 years.
98 years?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Joined my church when I was 17.
Yeah.
Wow.
At the age of 74,
Uh-huh.
she decided to take piano lessons.
Oh,
And she
wow.
played some
74.
hymns. She played some hymns for herself. for her
Oh,
own
look at
amusement.
that. That's
She
wonderful.
never touched a piano before.
Is that have you played on the
No,
piano that's
no.
behind
She
you?
won't-
No, I played on this one.
Yeah, no, not too
No.
much. Well, I want to tell
my
you, we are
gosh.
so grateful
It's-
to be able to come in and talk to you
Yeah.
and hear your wonderful stories.
Well,
This has just been a blessing for us.
Yeah.
you really heard some stories. You
Yeah.
really had some terrible stories, haven't you? Lord have
But
mercy.
it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having
Yeah,
us.
well, you're certainly welcome. I'm really amazed to even have this opportunity.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
amazed.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Well-
when she told me had called and said they want to interview me, I said, what? Oh my
Well, I'm
goodness.
sure you've been interviewed before,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly been our pleasure, and we just want to really thank you for your time. And
Well, it's
you're going to
been-
have a birthday coming up soon,
Yes,
Yeah,
I sure
right.
will.
right? Your
Uh-huh.
birthday's in June, is it?
July.
July. That's right. So
Uh-huh.
in July, you'll be 105.
Out on that other year, yep.
Yeah.
Out on that other year.
Sounds
Yeah.
really good.
Wow.
Well, I hope we keep in touch and,
Yeah.
and we can help you maybe celebrate your 105th birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Love
Yeah.
Come
that.
by,
Anytime,
sure.
that.
Had a
Sure.
real big party when she was 100.
All of you
Oh,
come
yeah.
by. Be glad to
Yeah.
have you. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
So, What'd you think of Edith?
Oh my gosh, she was absolutely incredible.
I know.
She's our oldest guest.
Yes, at 104.
Yeah.
Yes.
But still so much energy.
I know.
Yeah.
No, not to mention soon to be 105.
Yeah.
Like
and
in a
still
few
cracking
months.
jokes like a whip.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, she was a firecracker still.
Yeah, totally.
And you can tell she was from day one.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
she was a pleasure.
She was.
But you know what? We really had a nice few weeks. We've really met
Yeah.
some really nice people.
It's been pretty
you know?
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we filmed Bernice a few weeks ago. She was 99.
Yeah.
She had her art show.
We
filmed that.
And her birthday.
And her birthday.
Yeah.
So she is now 100.
Yeah.
You know, which is
Along
pretty
with,
cool.
Mr. Hanson.
Mr. Hanson?
Hanson, yeah.
Yes, that's right. He 99 when we
Yeah.
filmed, and now I think we went to his birthday. What did he ask for?
He wanted to work again.
That's
per day.
right. He wanted to work one more
Yeah.
day at the at his
His
office.
old job, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
really
Mr.
cool.
Hanson.
And so now he's 100.
Mm-hmm. And then Brunette in Buffalo.
That's right. And then we went and saw Brunette in Buffalo, and she was amazing.
Oh gosh, she was delightful.
I mean, the stories that these have. You know what? Here's something I've noticed: the common denominator when we ask about, you know, what your secret is, and what we're doing, they're all talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, talking about human kindness and being good to people and
Yeah.
doing the right thing. You know, they all say that.
They say that, and it seems to pay back.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you, but I think we've had, right, a very good few weeks.
Yeah.
And I've met some amazing people.
Absolutely.
Right? Here's to Ageless.
Here's to Ageless.
Cheers. Guess what? I wonder, where do we go next?
Where do we go next?